Did you know that 60% of Adidas's revenue comes from B2B, not B2C? I certainly did not, by the way. I always think of Adidas as this huge B2C brand, but I was educated on that by Sid Roy, the director of product at Adidas, when I interviewed him at Shoptalk Europe. We talk about how much of their growth has actually come from B2B and some of the marketing tactics that sit behind it. So, if you, like me, are interested in B2B, you're going to love this episode, and we are going to go and listen to Sid right now.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Welcome to Marketing in the Madness at Shoptalk. And we're recording on day 2, so I'm actually going to grill you a little bit later about your insights, what you've seen,
Looking
what's
forward.
Inspired you. But before we do that, I mean, the T-shirt gives it away.
Yeah.
Could you introduce
It's
yourself?
better under that.
Ah, there we go. Now, do I call you Sid?
Sid.
Sid.
Please. Yeah.
Okay, so
If
Sid
someone
Roy.
calls me the full name, I sort of look twice.
Yeah.
Is it me?
Yeah, so Sid, okay,
Yeah.
that's it. We're friends now. We're Sid. I've got my Adidas discount code. Sid, tell us about your role at Adidas.
So by definition, it's called director product. However, what I'm really looking at right now is how do we do the S/4HANA migration? Everyone's doing it. We are also doing it more from a wholesale perspective. I'm also looking at go-to-market enablement. And by go-to-market enablement, I'm not talking about like what products we sell to the end customer. I'm talking about within Adidas, how do we ensure like we are not creating islands? We are sort of still together as one company from both a digital and a strategy perspective. And then the third bucket is more to do with pure strategy in terms of how do we enable AI into our space? How do we also look at like the enterprise licensing ecosystem we have overall, like the Azures and Microsoft and Salesforce of the world, which we all use, but what makes sense and how do we go forward?
Wow, a big job.
I presume.
Yeah, a big job. Yeah, I mean, director of product, it sounds like a big job, but you're particularly focused on B2B.
Yes.
So what does that mean? I mean, I am all about B2B marketing, but what does that mean for Adidas? Where are you placing your efforts? What does B2B look like for you as a brand?
I think number first fact, 60% of Adidas revenue is B2B channels. So that's really our prime bread and butter.
See, I would never have thought that,
yeah.
because in my head, do I say Adidas or Adidas?
You can call any, but we go with Adidas.
Adidas.
Yeah.
Adidas.
Yeah.
In my head, Adidas is so B2C. Like, it's
Yes.
such a huge
Yes.
brand.
Yes.
I would never have guessed
Yeah.
that 60% of your revenue is
Yeah.
B2B.
Yeah, and that's also something within the company we sometimes forget as well, because retail and B2C, it's more shiny, and I refer to B2B more like a back-end engine. Essentially, we want our customers to show up at our retail stores, right? Because you get the whole customer experience there, you get the look and feel of the products. You have the e-com channels, which is convenient, the best way to shop, and now with our loyalty platform, it's even better. You can redeem points. You can like swap them for stuff. Yeah, you should
I
look it
did
up.
not know.
There should be some homework back for you as well. it
Guys,
seems.
I did. I've actually, look, Adidas socks and trainers.
Yeah. That's
I don't
that's
have
a
the
good start.
T-shirt
That's a
today.
good start.
So I'm earning my loyalty points.
And definitely, and that's why I think we have scaled up a lot in terms of how we are interacting with customers as a brand. However, B2B still remains, that brick and mortar engine, because we cannot open stores randomly everywhere. And the moment you walk into like Zalando, you're shopping in Zalando, or you are walking to a JD sports footwear, that's where the B2B is feeding all the inventory. So for me, I really look at B2B as something which is like not fancy, but that's what keeps the cash running.
Yeah. So B2B, I guess, is all of your sales that are going through large
Large, small
multi-brand retailers.
It even could be mom and pop stores. So
Yeah.
obviously within the, B2B / wholesale, I
Yeah.
think that's a more referred to term. Within the wholesale space, what we have is obviously an in-house e-com tool. So if you are Zalando, you are basically buying through that tool, or you have an account manager who is sort of assigned to you, who is helping you buy. So it's like a whole digital tool set within wholesale as well, but also like human touch points. So actually the number of channels in wholesale is more
Wow.
for the customers.
And it's a totally different digital journey, but you have a
it's a
full
different
back
one.
end. It's
Yeah.
run. Wow.
It's a different one.
Do you know what? I mean, it's obvious, of course, that's going to be happening. Now you think about it, like, but I hadn't even gone there.
So if you look at the numbers, we are like around 24 billion revenue last year coming into this year. If you do like a 60% on that, that's
Wow.
something we cannot like mess with.
Yeah, no, you really can't. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of revenue going through there. So in terms of your approach to B2B, obviously there's a lot, I mean, you're looking after the product and how it's all kind of managed through the, the sale, I'm guessing how the sales are managed, however the relationships are managed. Do you have a different, I'm interested to know, do you have a different product set for your, like, how do you choose which products go B2C, B2B? Is it exactly the same? How does that side of things work?
I would say it's at least 80 to 90% overlaps.
Okay.
What I would say is like more like on B2C side, sometimes we do special drops.
Yes.
Because that customer experience comes into place. We want some products to be available like on the retail store itself.
Yes.
Need not be like available to all, because that's where it will pull you to our store.
Yeah.
If you can go and buy the same at, a partner retailer.
Well, these,
Yeah.
I don't know if this is if this is a thing, but these were supposedly
Okay, yeah.
exclusive.
Yeah.
They're a bit dirty.
It's definitely retail exclusive.
Yeah, because these I bought on Melrose Avenue in LA in your flagship LA store, which I loved.
Yeah.
And they had and I've got another pair, I should have bought them actually, that have got like sparkly. They're really cool, and I've never seen them anywhere.
And that's the point.
I want them because I can't buy them
You
anywhere else.
recall clearly it was the Melrose store. You recall clearly this is what you got exclusively there.
Yeah.
And that sort of creates that brand experience.
Yeah.
So I'd say 90% is obviously always an overlap. Sort of you should have the same experience. However, some are really exclusive to retails.
And you do the same in the world of B2B, right? Like I know I shop a lot at Office in the UK, and they'll often have, this is an Adidas exclusive or a brand exclusive that you're only selling that shoe with them.
Yes, but also something to understand, like, and it's not like any secret that wholesalers obviously buy in volumes, right?
Of course.
So they get a better pricing.
Yes.
And we cannot put better pricing on all our products across at that volume and scale. So that will impact our revenue.
Yeah.
So of course we do that. Retail partner exclusives as well. But obviously the scale and volume will be lower than what we do for our own retail stores.
Yeah. Very interesting.
Yeah, it's like a whole new world in itself.
Yeah.
And once you kind of start getting deeper and deeper, you get almost like sucked in.
Yeah, totally sucked in. We're on Marketing in the Madness. So from a marketing perspective, how involved are you with like thinking about how the product, needs to be designed to make sure, because of course, I'm guessing a lot of your role is around effectiveness, but you also want these, the B2B stores or the stores to be buying you guys. So how much of your role is involved with the marketing side?
I would say it's more like enabling.
Yes.
So if you look at like the underlying tools which we use to communicate with our customers. So for example, we have the partner retailers, we even have small mom and pop stores, even as I said, the account managers within our ecosystem. So we have digital tools through which we send like marketing emailers or communications.
Yes.
So obviously the responsibility of the content of those communications is basically on the markets, of the account managers. However, we are the enablers. So we give them the tool and we give them the platform. We sort of customize what's required and what's not required. Obviously, data and analytics plays a huge role. So it has to make sense as to what's been communicated. Is it turning into an ROI at all or not? So that's why I said, I think my role there or my team is more like an enabler in that part when it comes to marketing.
Well, I'm guessing not anyone can sell Adidas, right? Not anyone.
No.
Like you guys are you're not not selling to the world and his wife. You're choosing the right stores that are delivering the right ROI.
Exactly.
The brand, there's got to be a brand alignment.
And that's also one of the things we look at when we come to these places in general. Because one, what the other brands are doing, it's important like to keep up with the trend. But also like the tech is evolving so fast these days. Like 1 week you go on a vacation, you come back, like, I mean, something new came in, like be it AI, be it some fancy like mock-up store or something like that. So there were also some interesting talks we had yesterday as to how the in-store experience is changing. Also on B2B side, how people are moving to, natural language search and queries.
Yeah.
Till now, like if you look at a brick and mortar, like old school B2B space, you know the name of the article, what you want to buy, or like a unique number, what you want to buy. But the retailers also are trying to look at, natural language. Like, can I just like search, like, I didn't find blue samba, what could be similar, which is available in, let's say, 1,000 for and could be delivered to Germany in like, let's say, 3 months in this store. So
Yeah.
it's more like a natural language query. And I think we also need to evolve towards that direction.
Well, you've moved on to my next question is like you're using a lot of cool technologies.
Yeah.
AI is changing everything. Like it's changing consumer behavior, is changing. And that therefore means the B2B buyers are
Yes.
searching and looking differently. What big things are on the horizon, if you're allowed to tell me?
Yeah, I mean,
Like, what are you guys looking at?
so there are two ways to think about it, right? One, let's say we are not a tech company. I mean, that's the reality we need to acknowledge. So we don't want to sort of suddenly build into this whole new tech landscape and experiment a lot. Of course, fail fast is good, but we cannot keep failing fast forever.
Yeah.
So our approach, at least on the wholesale side of things, is try to influence the process first with AI. So maybe look at how we can actually influence the life of a product manager itself. How do we enable AI to make a product owner make faster decisions, smarter decisions, remove, let's say, the admin part of the job,
Yeah.
bring more time to a product manager to do like more product management rather than, updating tickets or updating conference pages and stuff. So I'd say that's the first step. However, what also helps there is like, we are not tech, right? So we are product or business side of the things. But I think all of us need to double hat. You need to understand a bit of AI or tech whatsoever. So I think what this journey helps is also for us to figure out what part of AI do we really need to sort of know for sure. Instead of just blatantly every time going out to the market and figuring out like, a vendor or a partner or an advisor. It's an effort to sort of build some stuff in-house. And then, of course, if you have the confidence and understanding as to how we take it now to the customer, like our end customer, that's why we create that whole roadmap on B2B.
Who is your end customer on that?
In
In
the
your
end,
role,
in the
yeah.
end, it's always you.
Always,
right?
yeah.
It's
What is the
always you.
person? Yeah, that's who you're
Always you.
thinking of.
Exactly. It's always you. It's just that there are two layers in between, right? So one is like what product you are looking for. If you know what you're looking for, then it should be available. It shouldn't run out of stock. Wherever you are in the world, it should be made available
Yeah.
at a decent price. And the second is, if you don't know what you're buying, then we should have enough brand visibility and influence so that you come to us and buy. So in the end, doesn't matter if it's a direct Adidas channel, a retail store, or an e-com store from Adidas, or it's through a partner retailer. I need to influence you.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. You're thinking about the end consumer
100%.
more than maybe the B2B buyers.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's about
Because they also rely on us. I mean, when we are launching, let's say, an Adi Zero version or a running shoe right now, it's hot in the market. It's an Adidas product. So unless we believe in the product that you would be inclined to buy, the retailer won't be able to sell it.
no.
It doesn't matter.
No. Yeah. I need to see what you've got on your feet now.
It's an Adi Zero. That's why
I love that.
It came to my mind, top of the line.
I'm wondering if all my team have got Adidas on today.
Yeah, that
No,
needs to
guys.
change. That needs to change.
We do. See, we've got that discount code
Yeah.
coming, right? Now we're at Shop Talk. I can't not ask you. Like we've had yesterday. We were supposed to record yesterday.
Yeah.
Poor Sid came on yesterday, guys, and then we got booted off because we double booked the podcast area.
But the space got bigger today,
But
so I'm okay.
Yeah, it's better now.
Yeah.
We've got a better space. But also we've had a day to go and listen to talks, be inspired. What have you seen? Like what's coming through for you at the show?
Yeah. Honestly, it's sometimes a bit overwhelming.
Yeah.
Because there's so much happening and you always get into this FOMO. Like it seems everyone is moving fast and moving ahead. And then you are left behind, be it tech, be it strategy, be it like how people are looking at different processes. But also it's a great learning experience because when you digest all the information, you start mapping as to what's relevant for you. And I think that was the biggest learning coming out of yesterday, that it's shiny, it's fancy, but doesn't make sense for us.
Yeah.
There are some really interesting booths which for us were sort of wow moments, especially when in one particular booth we started getting deeper into beyond AI and LLMs. We started speaking about the hardware which supports like the AI layer upfront, because one of the problems, at least for me, it's been like I don't understand the economics behind all those prompts I'm making. Like what's costing me $10 versus what costs me $50. I just don't know.
But we're starting to notice that right now, like very, very quickly. We're churning through
And you
these
burn up
credits.
everything.
Yeah.
Burn up everything, and that is something which we need to be aware of, because in order to build fancy and shiny stuff, let's not forget like what's really required.
Yeah, what's happening in the background.
So like it was great to see like people have started thinking beyond and started to sort of create a commercial model which is let's say predictable for an enterprise customer like us.
Yeah.
Like I know how much I'm going to spend. Obviously there are guardrails and governance models and everything, but that's I think the next step which will really help us. And that was sort of the biggest learning.
Can I ask, what is your LLM of choice?
I actually have played around with almost everything by now. I would say it's always a toss-up as to what you want.
Yes.
I think that maturity has come more or less to people who are using it.
Agreed.
As to where you bring in Claude, where is Gemini impactful. And you have tools beyond, like there are tools which creates PPTs for you, and you don't need to know what LLMs are behind it. So something like, it's a free tool actually. It's a Microsoft Visual Studio Code. And if you put in some licenses or the right licenses, you basically get empowered with all the LLMs.
Yeah.
And these are things which I think is starting to open up, rather than, going into like fixated tools or fixated elements and trying to figure out what works.
Yeah, things are connecting more and more now. There's so many MCPs. Like you say, it's hard to keep up. Like I feel like I need to not have a job, so I can just spend days like looking at, because there's so many AI tools. There's so much that it can do. Yeah, it is overwhelming, which is why shows like this are great, because you can actually speak to other retailers, people that are doing different things, trying different things.
And there are viewpoints as well. In the morning, we're talking about agentic commerce. And it was funny because everyone seems to have some question marks, but everyone is moving.
Yeah.
So all of us are adopting, all of us are moving at a pretty rapid pace, but all of us have question mark about, do we trust this at all?
I know.
And it's a weird thing. It's like having a new baby. Like, I mean, he or she cries, you take care of it, but you have no clue. Like, what's the reason?
What's happening next?
But you're going to do it.
It was really interesting, actually. At Shop Talk Spring in Vegas, I interviewed Google, PayPal, Commerce, and EPAM about the UCP, Universal Commerce Protocol, that they're working with like 20 retailers, I think, in the US to kind of set the standard for agentic commerce. It blows my mind. And then all of the people in the room, like loads of really huge retailers, are talking to them about like, how are you ready for this? Is your data like none of them are ready? Yeah. So I was
even asking if you do like a simple Google search these days, like the Gemini search, and if you look at the sources, one of the prime sources are always Reddit.
Yeah, still Reddit. It's still Reddit.
I don't know, like if LLM is also feeding from Reddit, because it's still open source data, right?
Yeah.
I mean, An LLM cannot know everything about Adidas unless I am exposing the data, which I'm not.
Yeah.
And disclaimer.
No.
Then how do you learn it from?
Yeah. Other people writing on Reddit, I guess. It's crazy.
Exactly.
Sid, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
You've been brilliant. I mean, so we're going to party tonight together.
Yeah.
At the
Let's
party.
Let's do.
Yeah, great to meet you. Big thanks
Thank
for
you so
coming
much.
on.
Thanks so much for having me, and it was a great experience.
Yeah.
Thank you.
High five. The world of retail is moving incredibly quickly. So I feel really, really happy that I get to partner with Shoptalk across the world to interview some of the most amazing and innovative retail leaders out there. And this September, oh my goodness, I'm so excited about this. I'm getting to go to Nashville, literally. Honestly, my cowboy boots have been waiting for this their whole life, to interview some of the most incredible and amazing retailers about what's happening, not just now, but the plans that you need to make for 2027. Think Crocs, Shark Ninja, Amazon, so many more amazing C-suite leaders, literally defining and designing what's next. And you can join me in Nashville for free by signing up using the link that I've popped in this post. You can come with me if you're a retail leader for free, even have your accommodation and travel paid towards by Shoptalk so that you can be with me and all the amazing other retailers that we are working with out there, as well as coming to some awesome events that I'm going to be delivering. I'm going to make sure I tell you about that later. So yeah, if you want to be there with me, with your cowboy hat on, make it happen by joining, signing up, seeing if you can get there. Message me if you need any help, and I will hopefully see you in Nashville.